Yo traders, what's good? Welcome back to the Forex Muse. Today's real talk, overthinking. You ever sit there staring at a trade, brain running a million miles, and you just can't move? That was me. It sucked the life out of my trading. I'm diving deep into how I got stuck, how I got out, and how you can too. This one's personal, so buckle up. We're going long. Look, I've been trading for years, but there was a time I was my own worst enemy. I'd open my platform and it was like stepping into a war zone. Charts everywhere, news blasting, my head spinning. I thought I had to know it all to win. Big mistake. I'd spend hours on one trade. I'd check RSI, then MACD, then some random indicator I read about online. I'd dig into news, tweets, forums, you name it. By the time I was done, I wasn't trading. I was just stuck, frozen. Punchline, I wasn't a trader. I was a professional worrier. It wasn't just about data. It was fear. Fear of screwing up. Fear of losing cash I couldn't afford to lose. Every trade felt like a test I wasn't ready for. I'd see a stock setting up, say breaking past resistance, and I'd think, this is it. But then my brain would kick in. What if it dumps? What if I'm reading it wrong? Next thing I know, the stock's gone, and I'm still sitting there, kicking myself. One trade burned me deep. I was eyeing this tech stock, had all the signals lined up. I spent 3 days overanalyzing it. Day 4, it pops 15% without me. I didn't lose money that day. I lost confidence. Punchline. Overthinking doesn't just kill trades. It kills your belief in yourself. Let's break it down. Why do we do this? First off, there's too much out there. Platforms give you 50 indicators. News hits you 24/7, and every trader on social media's got an opinion. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. You want to be smart, but you end up drowning. Then there's the mental side. Trading's not just numbers. It's you versus you. Doubt's a killer. You're not just scared of losing money. You're scared of feeling like a loser. That fear locks you up. For me, every trade was a mirror. If I messed up, it wasn't just my account taking a hit. It was my pride. I didn't see it then, but I was chasing perfection. I thought if I studied enough, I'd never lose. Spoiler, that's not how it works. Punchline, the market doesn't care how much you know. It only cares what you do. Let me take you to my lowest point. It was a rough year. Markets were a mess. I was trying to swing trade, catch some bounces. I'd been burned a few times, so I was extra cautious. Too cautious. I'd analyze a stock to death, wait for the perfect setup, and by the time I was ready, it was gone. One day, I'm looking at this biotech stock. Charts clean, volumes building, news is good. I'm ready to jump in, but I don't. I start digging, check earnings, read some analyst report, scroll through X for hot takes. Hours pass. Next morning, the stock's up 20%. I'm still on the sidelines feeling like I got punched in the gut. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking, why can't I just act? It wasn't the stock, it was me. I was so scared of being wrong, I forgot how to be right. Punchline. When you overthink, you're not trading. You're just playing defense. Something had to give. I was tired of watching opportunities pass me by. I started asking hard questions. Why was I making this so complicated? What was I really afraid of? The answer hit me. I wasn't trusting myself. All the charts, all the data, they were just crutches. I was hiding behind them because I didn't believe I could handle being wrong. That's when I decided to rebuild. Not my strategy, me. I wasn't going to let my brain run the show anymore. I wanted to trade with guts, not just graphs. Punchline. You don't fix overthinking with more thinking. You fix it with action. Here's what I did. It's not fancy, but it worked. First step. I simplified everything. I used to have 10 indicators on my screen, each one yelling something different. It was chaos. So I cut it down to 2, moving averages and volume. That's it. No more noise, no more excuses. Why'd this help? It forced me to focus. Instead of juggling signals, I was reading the market story. Price, flow, momentum. I started seeing trades clearer faster. Did I miss some setups? Sure, but I was moving, not stalling. Punchline, less is more when your brain's at war. Second step, I made rules. Ironclad ones. Before every session, I'd write down my plan, like buy at $40 if it breaks resistance, sell at $45, stop at $38. No wiggle room. When the trade came, I followed the script. No debating, no second guessing. This was huge. It took the emotion out. When my brain started whispering, what if it crashes? I'd point to the plan and say, shut up, I'm good. It was like having a coach in my corner, keeping me steady. Punchline. A plan doesn't just guide your trades, it guards your mind. Third step, I tackled the fear. Not with some guru nonsense, but with something stupid simple. Breathing. When I'd feel the panic creeping in, heart racing, palms sweaty, I'd stop. 3 deep breaths. In, out, in, out. Sounds dumb, right? But it was like hitting reset on my brain. I do it right before a trade. It didn't make me fearless, it made me focused. I could think straight, stick to my rules. Over time, the fear got quieter. Not gone, just not in charge. Punchline, you can't outsmart fear, but you can outbreathe it. Let me tell you about the trade that flipped the switch. It was a few months after I started fixing myself. I was watching this energy stock, nice consolidation, big volume spike. My old self would have choked, digging for every angle. But I was different now. I had my plan. Buy at $25 if it clears the high, target $28, stop at 24. Charts ready, I'm watching. It hits $25. My brain tries to pull its old tricks. What if it's a fake out? But I breathe. 1, 2, 3. I click buy. No drama, no spiral. The stock runs, hits $28, I'm out. Clean win. Not a huge one, but it felt massive. Not because of the profit, because I didn't hesitate. I trusted my prep, my gut, myself. Punchline. The best trades aren't about money. They're about owning your moment. Let's go deeper, because trading's not just setups and exits. It's a headspace. Overthinking comes from wanting control in a game that's never fully yours. The market's wild. You can't predict every move. Trying to is like wrestling a bear. You'll lose. What I learned is you don't need control. You need discipline. Discipline to stick to your edge, to act when it's time, to walk away when it's not. For me, that meant accepting losses as part of the deal. Not failures, just data. Every loss taught me something, made me sharper. I started journaling my trades, not just numbers, feelings. If I hesitated, why? If I rushed, what triggered it? It showed me patterns, like I'd overthink most when I was tired or stressed. So I set rules. No trading after 10 p.m., no big bets on bad days. Punchline. Know your mind, or it'll run your trades. Fast forward a bit. I wasn't perfect, but I was consistent. I'd plan my trades, keep my charts clean, breathe through the noise. Wins started stacking up. Not every day, but enough to rebuild my confidence. Losses, they stung, but they didn't break me anymore. One thing I noticed, the less I thought, the better I traded. Not dumb trading, smart prep, then action. I'd spend 10 minutes setting up, not 10 hours. I'd trust my work and go. It was like lifting weights. Each rep made me stronger, smoother. I also cut out distractions. No more scrolling X mid-session, no more chasing hot tips. My trades were mine based on my system. That ownership, it's everything. Punchline. The market's loud, but your edge is quiet. Listen to it. So where does this leave you? If you're stuck in overthinking, I get it. It's heavy. But you're not trapped. You can change how you trade, how you think. Start small. Pick one indicator you vibe with. Don't overcomplicate it. Write a plan for your next trade, even if it's basic. And when the doubt hits, breathe. Just breathe. You don't need to be a genius to win at this. You need to be real with yourself, with your trades. Losses will come, bad days will come, but so will the wins if you keep showing up. Punchline. Trading's not about being right, it's about being ready. Let's talk long game, because this isn't just about one trade. Overthinking's a habit, and habits take time to break. For me, it was months of small tweaks, cleaner charts, stricter plans, better self-talk. I stopped beating myself up for missing a move. I started celebrating the trades I nailed, even the small ones. I also learned to step back. If I was stuck on a trade, I'd walk away. 5 minutes, grab a coffee, clear my head. Fresh eyes beat a fried brain every time. And I set limits. No revenge trading, no doubling down to fix a loss. That's how you stay in the game. Another thing, I found my why. Trading's tough. Why do it? For me, it's freedom. Not just money, but owning my time, my choices. When I'm tempted to overthink, I remember that. It keeps me grounded. What's your why? Find it. It's your fuel. Punchline, trading's a grind, but it's your grind. Make it worth it. We've been at this a while, huh? Hope you're still with me. Here's the deal. Overthinking's a trap, but it's not your destiny. I was there, paralyzed, doubting every move. I climbed out by keeping it simple, making rules, and fighting the fear head on. You can too. Try this tomorrow. Pick one stock, one setup. Write your entry, exit, stop. Keep your screen clean. When it's go time, breathe and act. Win or lose, you moved. That's progress. That's power. If this hit you, smash that like button, subscribe, join the squad. Drop a comment. What's your overthinking struggle? How you fighting it? I read everyone. You're not just a traitor, you're a warrior. Overthinking's the enemy, and you're stronger than it. Get out of your head. Get into the game. I'll see you in the next one.